Alright lads, and welcome to a new podcast that I've got called FWMI, and I'm here with Robbie.
Hello.
Alright, so Robbie, obviously a footballing man himself. It is going to be a football based podcast. So Robbie, have you been playing football the past year, mate? Have you been playing?
I've been playing in England for a future elite academy. I just get back to Scotland to do a bit of relaxation over Christmas.
Yeah, same with me. I'm back for a few weeks. I'm not playing as much, but I'm playing with the infamous IFC Prague. So if you've been watching my videos, then shout out. But anyway, we have a few topics to discuss. Recent weeks.
Quite a couple, man.
Where would you like to start off? Is there any in particular that's been on your mind? You've been losing sleep over.
Moise Keane.
Moise Keane. So obviously Moise Keane, if you don't know, he signed with Everton in the summer. Is he on loan, or is it a full transfer?
Full transfer,
right. So obviously last season with Juventus,
bear in mind he did come from Juventus.
Yeah.
And he was on top form before he left.
And obviously a youngster coming from Juventus, he's quite a big deal. But at Juventus, he experienced some bad things.
Racial abuse.
He was the victim of racial abuse from the what fan was it, Atalanta?
I don't know, but he did take it well. His reaction was, I'd say, correct.
For someone who's young,
he took it well.
As well as what you can take racial abuse, So obviously with Everton, last weekend they were playing against United. Tough game, one each. Duncan Ferguson's second game in charge, and he brings on Moise Keane 78th minute, and then 19 minutes later he brings him back off. No exclamation, no reason for it. He didn't even give Moise Keane a look, and when he took him off, he turned his back on him.
Christ, I didn't see that bit. I didn't see that.
Alright, so I saw a post-match interview with him, and he said that he done it for tactical reasons, because he was trying to waste time with a sub.
But you're a young football player, you might not be the most confident because you've just came in your team, and he's maybe just turned 20.
Early 20s anyway.
So for someone who's looking to get minutes in game time and try and build confidence and play well, bring them on for tactics and then taking them straight back off isn't going to help.
His second game in charge under the manager as well. You want to be friends with everyone. You don't want to be, you would say that he's lost them, but Everton were playing last night and he came on as a sub and he played. He didn't get taken off this time, so
that's fortunate.
I guess they would have had a talk with each other, but I think if he against United they took him off for tactical reasons, but there were three other strikers on the field. There was Alex Iwobi, who's maybe a midfielder, but then there's Richarlison and Clark Calvert-Lewin, who'd been on the full game.
Yeah, it makes so much more sense to bring Moise Keane on and take off someone who's been playing the full game.
Yeah, because Duncan Ferguson said as well, it's for fresh legs, but he's taken off fresh legs to put more fresh legs on, and just doesn't make much sense. But
ridiculous.
It was surprising. Obviously, you can take a player off if you've subbed them on if they're having an absolute howler.
But I don't feel he did. They got the chance to do it.
Yeah, exactly. He's like I remember with that Emmanuel Abue with Arsenal. He came on like the 50th minute and got taken off in the 80th. He couldn't pass to a teammate. Every pass he attempted was just horrible.
See, that's a fair point. If someone's having a howler, it's happened when I've been in England. Someone's came on, played terrible, and then get taken straight back off.
And then the manager would tell you why he'd been taken off, but like Duncan Ferguson just patched him, and then like that's embarrassed Duncan Ferguson. He's embarrassed himself.
He's made himself look an idiot.
And then he's absolutely humiliated Moise Keane. Fair enough, he did play last night, so obviously they've kind of sorted it, but
maybe not buried the hatchet, but they may not even have spoke about it.
Yeah.
I feel he needs more of a chance in doing that to someone really isn't going to help them to get any better.
Yeah, exactly. Like you need everyone on your side when you've just came in, especially with Everton. They're having quite a poor season, so you need everyone on your side. But it seems to be somewhat dealt with so far now anyway, because he was playing last night. But did you see the final score with it?
No.
It went on to pens and Leicester won. Everton actually scored 2 absolute bangers. They were 2-0 down. Leighton Baines he was just like, sod this, smashed it top bins. And then Leicester won on pens. And then there's Moise Keane, he'll probably get back into it and probably resolve the issue. But anyway, for what happened, it was very unprofessional of Duncan Ferguson. But
poor decision making.
Yeah, anyway, on to the Prem. Just said there how Everton aren't playing well.
I think we should talk about how ridiculously good Leicester are right now.
Obviously, my team.
Exactly. Jamie Vardy, stop it. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was gutted they didn't beat Norwich for 10 in a row for the first time in their history. You win 9 in a row, and you come up against newly promoted Norwich and you bottle it and draw 1 each. Timo Pukki scored his first goal since his run of form since the start of the season. So
that's a weird one too.
Because he was banging them in at the start of the season, and he just
game after game after game.
And I didn't even care he played with Celtic before.
He did that.
But he didn't do anything there, did he?
He didn't do too much.
Because I know that. That's the first I've heard of him at Norwich. Who was he with before? Do you ken?
Before Norwich? For some reason I want to say he was in the Bundesliga, but I could be wrong.
Right. Because he just kind of came out of nowhere. Like it was a few years ago he was at Celtic, wasn't he?
Bundesliga or Spain, I don't even know.
Because when was it Celtic? 2000.
It was a while ago.
13, 14?
Yeah, it was a wee while ago.
So he kind of just went off the radar for a couple of years, but then he came back, scored a few games, went off the radar for about 2 months, and he's back, scored against Leicester just to stop them getting 10 in a row. But would you say this Leicester team compared to their winning season, would you say they're better now, or?
I would say. Who'd they have before? What's the only difference? Kante?
Mahrez and Kante. Which are two out of the 3 main players' reasons why they won the league, essentially.
So, Mahrez, he's a good player, but I feel he's overrated heavily. The fact that he was in, I think he was in the top 10 for the Ballon d'Or.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he was 10th.
Was Bernardo Silva?
Silva was like 9th.
He should. Mahrez hasn't been the second best player for City the past season. Was Bernardo Silva the top ranked Man City player?
Yeah, pretty sure he was. Yeah.
That's fair enough, but Mahrez
I don't get that.
second.
I swear he's been a sub most of the time too.
Yeah.
So how can you be top 10? How can you be on the Ballon d'Or shortlist coming off the bench all the time? That's what doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I should be in the Ballon d'Or shortlist.
It's the same trophy that Luka Modric won last year. Which was,
I feel he shouldn't have won it.
Yeah.
If anything, it probably should have been Mbappe.
He won the league with PSG, won the World Cup, exactly. And they were saying whether you based it off of club victories or like the player performances, but going off that,
he's been ridiculous when he's still doing it.
And Luka Modric, he won the Champions League. He got to the final of the World Cup, but then you have Varane. He won the Champions League. He won the World Cup.
Exactly.
Mbappe won the league. He won the World Cup.
He probably won the Coupe de France as well.
Yeah. But I still think within this era there should be no one winning it but Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
2010 there was a shout for Iniesta.
Iniesta was something.
Obviously with Barca won the World Cup with Spain, which if Luka Modric won it, Iniesta should have won it back then.
Yeah. And then there's the Franck Ribéry should have won it a few years ago too.
When they won the Champions League.
He had a ridiculous season. He said himself actually felt robbed that he didn't get it.
Did he finish top 3?
Yeah, he was second or third.
Right.
But I feel like he should have won it because he had a ridiculous season.
And Van Dijk was third this year, wasn't he?
Van Dijk was second.
Was he second?
There was 0.4 in the votes.
Who is it that votes?
I don't know. No, it was like percentages. It was like Messi had like 31.6.
Right.
And Van Dijk had 31.2.
Really?
Well, that's how close it was.
I reckon Van Dijk's had a good season, but to be 0.4 off of Messi,
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous to be fair.
it's just all the Liverpool fans. I don't even know who votes on it. It must be like the FIFA president.
No, it must be like a FIFA kind of board or something. It must take everything in consideration.
Imagine it was the fans.
Imagine.
You would get Liverpool would vote for any former anything.
Man United players would win it. The most fans in the world.
They've got 30% votes for India. They're like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
But so
back to Leicester.
we went off on a tangent.
It went so long. We went from talking about Leicester to Mahrez to Ballon d'Or to Mbappe
to India.
to India.
So who would you say is better, the 2016 team or this team now?
I'd say the team they have right now is better. They might not have. Well, they do have kind of key players like Maddison and Vardy, but I think as a whole, the team's got better. They're not really reliant. On certain people.
They're like kind of like Sheffield United. They work well as a team, and except they just have that bit more quality. I mean, they've got Johnny Evans starting centre back, and he was nothing with United. And then that Turkish centre back. What's it? Do you get his name?
I don't know. I know he's. I know who he is. I just know how to say his name. He's been ridiculous. He's been really good. He's been one of their star men.
And then Ricardo Pereira. That's his name. He's just bossing it. But I mean, obviously you can't play the two of them together, like the 16 team versus the 19 team. But I mean, if Liverpool weren't having such a good season, Leicester would probably be sitting top right now. Yeah,
quite easily.
Yeah. So VAR's been treating Liverpool well this season. Well. This is the third season with VAR, second, because it was first introduced in the Confederations Cup 2017. Yeah. So then the season 17, 18, 18, 19. Yeah, this is the third season it's been in, and there's still mistakes. So many of them. I mean, you see. I don't know if you saw in the Champions League last week. City v Dynamo Zagreb, and Rodri took an elbow, like it was a blatant elbow.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
It didn't even, like, VAR didn't, I don't know if they're meant to look at everything, but they didn't give him anything, no red card, no nothing. And then in the Shakhtar Donetsk game, a guy literally went like this, scraped fingers on the guy's cheek, and he got VAR checked it and he got sent off. So when someone's proper going in with an elbow,
it was made to be consistent, and it's consistent.
Obviously they are different games, but still it's the same official referees looking at all the decisions.
When Mane was offside by millimetres, you could see there's no need. I feel that's a bit too specific.
If it's millimetres, they've literally got it. They're having to look. If they have to look at it, and it takes 3 or 4 minutes, then just call it off. Then if it's too close, it takes you more than a minute to decide.
That's why I miss VAR is good at certain times, but I miss the aspect of when you watch Sunday League football, and stuff happens, and then if misses it or different things happen. It's good. I like all the reactions and stuff. Sometimes I enjoy that, all the mistakes and stuff. But
even the Scottish football, doesn't have VAR, and I mean, there's plenty of times when VAR could come in handy in Scottish football. I mean, the Scottish League Cup final last week. Did you see it?
I missed it. I was busy.
Do you know the score?
Yeah, it was 1-0 Celtic.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I've seen how well Rangers played.
Yeah. But the goal Celtic scored was a yard offside. and if you have VAR in that, then
it's not a goal.
Aye, but I mean, Rangers can only blame themselves because they missed a penalty and all that. But
too many chances.
Aye. Anyway, on to VAR. I mean, I've always kind of not liked it. In the World Cup, it wasn't great. I remember Mitrovic against Switzerland, I think. He was sandwiched in between two players, and two players in the box took him down, and like they don't even look at it. And it's just mad how you've actually got people specifically being paid thousands to look at VAR, and they're still missing.
Yeah, it's
easy
just
decisions.
the fact that it should be really, really consistent, but isn't. Like, they're getting people to re-watch things, and they're still getting it wrong, and that's something I don't understand. Yeah, like surely, like they sometimes need the referee to go over and look at the wee TV at the side, but surely if the guys in the studio who have about 20 monitors in front of them, if they can't make a decision, then what's the ref going to do on a tiny monitor? Exactly.
Because it was City v Tottenham in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Mind when it was 4-3.
Oh yeah.
And Tottenham scored with Llorente.
Aye, it hit his thigh.
Aye, hit his thigh, or was hit somewhere, or it was here. Aye, and
took them a good 10.
Aye, they were looking at it for ages, man, and like if
slows the game.
There's no evidence, or if there's no blatant evidence, then just give it. And then obviously City, I like the bad side of VAR. City scored
the handballs as well.
Aye.
Guardiola, was it twice in the same game? Hit against Liverpool, hit Trent's arm.
Aye.
And then it hit someone else's arm later on, and it was twice. VAR checked it, and nothing came of it, and you could see the frustration coming from Pep Guardiola. Absolutely raging.
That was just a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just a couple of weeks ago.
What was the score in that one?
I think Man City beat.
Aye, I think so. And then they got beat in the Manchester derby, by with the quarterfinal against Tottenham. Like Raheem Sterling went up and scored.
Yeah.
Celebrating, everyone's going mental, and then they go, oh wait, we've checked, no goal. So like then all that celebration is just cut. Like what could have been the best moment of his life, he's just celebrated it, and then he get just stripped from him, which is
ridiculous.
It's just I mean, obviously when you score you don't think about whether the build-up play was offside, but
yeah, that's what was quite annoying. It wasn't him.
Yeah, it was Aguero, I think. And then the
that decision a strange one. I think that should have been a goal, to be fair.
But with the obviously the linesman gets told to no raise his flag until the play's ended, so he doesn't raise his flag until the ball goes into the back of the net. So it's like, if he knows that Aguero's offside, raise your flag, even though he's meant to wait. But what's the point in having linesmen anymore?
I don't get the point in waiting.
Yeah, like go up and let them score, celebrate, and then raise your flag.
We might as well bin the linesman. That's
exactly.
To pay, just getting VAR to do it all.
Yeah, because if the linesman's not putting up his flag for decisions, like for offside decisions, and he's been told to wait, then you may as well just leave it all down to VAR.
If he misses something, VAR will check it. If he gets something, VAR will check it.
Yeah, but surely they've got to trust the linesman to get decisions right.
You're paying them.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and for one of the Girvan Academy, I'll probably blur that name. One of the like first year games I was linesman for, and it's obviously the speed that first years go at and the speed that professional footballers go at are different, but still doing a linesman's job, it's difficult. You're literally standing right across looking, like you're standing on the last man, so you know whether it's offside or not. It's actually an easy job, and don't believe all that the FIFA commentators say, how the linesman's such a difficult job.
Yeah,
I was on like FIFA 19 and all that.
You get tight calls, but then that doesn't even matter anymore, because if there is a tight call, it only really matters in the likes of Sunday League, non-league, Scottish Prem, because I mean VAR will check it. So
I mean, part of me likes that VAR isn't in Scottish football, because I couldn't imagine say Rangers scoring a goal and I'm celebrating, and then to be cut off. But then there's the incident like with the Scottish League final that Celtic scored the offside goal, and there's no VAR to check it. So there's kind of there's pros and cons to it, but
many.
I mean, you would think in the long run it would have more good decisions than bad, but there's plenty of bad decisions out there.
Too many. Yeah,
too many for it to... Like, surely if they have this amount of bad decisions, I know they've put a lot of money into it, but they need to consider whether it's actual good for the game, whether it's actually making a difference.
It's properly slowed down football.
Yeah. Like, if a team has all momentum and then cuts for 5 minutes, it's like... You need to get started again.
Legs will stiffen up and stuff. Muscles. I mean, all this slowing down is just kind of... Like, if you think you're feeling really good, right? You've been running all game, you're having a class game, then you need to stop for 10 minutes.
Aye. And then they've got a chance to regroup and dish out new tactics and have a talk into...
There's two different ways about it.
Yeah.
You could get new tactics when you're waiting, but then again... You might stiffen up, you might lose your momentum, so...
No, exactly. So,
plenty of pros and cons.
I mean, the VAR argument could probably go on for days and days, but...
Months.
Well, I hope you're waiting. You've got plenty of time.
I've got a wee bit of time.
But we'll stop with VAR now, anyway.
Yeah, probably better. But I swear we said the same thing about 10 times as well.
But... Yeah, so obviously we're talking about City and Zagreb and the elbow, and they all get sent off and the inconsistency of it. But that was all in the Champions League. So you saw the tie for the Champions League next stage, knockout stage, the next stage. The next stage. And do you know them?
I know.
Who the Spurs play? Leipzig, yep. You've got City and Real Madrid. I'll just get them up here. You've got Dortmund and PSG. Liverpool have Atletico Madrid. Atalanta v Valencia, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Napoli, Barca and Lyon, Juventus. So out of those 8, so we'll just go through all of them one by one. Borussia Dortmund v PSG.
I think that's a PSG win, to be fair.
I think so.
Dortmund do look good, but I'm pretty sure just in the last game there, Sancho got injured.
At the weekend?
Yeah. Sure that was like...
because he wasn't playing... Wait, was he? Because I watched Leipzig v Dortmund on Tuesday, and one thing about Dortmund, I can't mind if Sancho was playing, but one thing about Dortmund, they leak goals so much. Their defence is shocking. The 3, it was a good game. It was entertaining.
Marquis' header.
Mate. Just header it up.
Just go through it.
I don't know if he shot it or what, but he just nodded it to the side.
2 bleeps.
I didn't say the word. I went. His shot's not a swear word.
Demonetised.
Sorry, troops. So yeah, I think PSG will run right through that if they've got everyone fit. I mean, they've got Icardi, Neymar, Mbappe.
Icardi's been on fire.
Yeah. So I think Dortmund really need to. If Dortmund are going to win, they need to outscore PSG.
They need to sharpen up that defence. 2 goals given away. Really.
Within 5 minutes.
Stupid.
And Julian Brandt, what's he doing back there, man? He just passed it straight to Werner.
He scored a great goal, but that turn was nice.
Nice. So we'll say let's go. We'll go with PSG for that one. Then we've got Atletico v Liverpool.
I think that might be a Liverpool upset.
An upset for Liverpool winning?
No,
alright.
Losing.
Right. I don't really know how good Atletico are this season. I know they're actually pretty poor, aren't they, in the league?
I don't know.
I think they're like...
But when you look at their team, they've got João Felix.
Because they're not in the top 4. They're not in the top 4. Sevilla are sitting in 3rd. So obviously losing Griezmann, they still have Costa and...
João Felix.
Yeah, João Felix. They still have good players, but I just don't think they are quite what they were a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean...
Under Simone.
I can't really see it, but I feel like it might happen. I feel like Atletico might upset Liverpool.
I mean, Liverpool...
Could be wrong, they'll probably get...
Liverpool are... they're obviously top of the league. I think their main focus is winning the league.
Yeah.
Some maybe whether they rest players or not for the Champions League, I'd be surprised, but I could see Atletico going back. So you're going Atletico?
I'm going to say Atletico, but I can't really see it.
I'm going to say Liverpool. Just they just get it done in Europe usually. Then we've got the two underdogs, Atalanta versus Valencia.
Now, Atalanta and Valencia must be over the moon when they drew each other.
They'll be buzzing.
Anyone else, and you could just say, right, they're gone.
Yeah.
But the fact they've drew each other, they must be over the moon.
Yeah, either Atalanta or Valencia will be in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
That's mad. But Atalanta, obviously, first team since like early 2000s to qualify after losing their first 3 group stage matches. And Valencia upset against Ajax. They won in Amsterdam and got the dub. So Atalanta Valencia, what do you reckon?
I'm going to say Valencia.
I
reckon Atalanta will bottle it.
See, Atalanta have a good attack.
Yeah, I think they bottle it, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll go with Valencia as well. Right, Tottenham versus RB Leipzig. Obviously, RB Leipzig sitting top of the league, joint with Borussia Mönchengladbach.
But when you do look at that league, it is really close. There's only a couple of points in it.
Yeah, in fact, Bayern were drawn with Freiburg last night, 1-1. Freiburg had tons of chances to score, and then 90th minute, Bayern score, make it 2-1, then a minute later they make it 3-1. So 3-1 looks comfortable, but it was far from that. And that's only a point separates Freiburg and Bayern Munich as well, I think. So yeah, it's really top.
But you can't
tight.
knock Leipzig. They're a top quality team.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, Tottenham's playing this season. They're obviously not having a great season, but under Mourinho,
it's changed. It has changed.
Yeah.
They've definitely got better.
And you'd have to look at it more. You'll be able to look at it more accurately come February 18th, the day before the actual tie. But going for now, Spurs or Leipzig?
Probably, I'd have to say Spurs, to be fair. Right,
I think Leipzig will do it, even though I don't want them to because they're a brand.
True,
but I don't like Leipzig, but I think they'll beat Tottenham just because Timo Werner I think will bang in plenty against them.
Definitely.
And then we've got Bayern Munich, who we were just talking about, and Chelsea.
I reckon that's a Bayern Munich win off the bat. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I think so too. So Chelsea's been alright this season. They will be able to sign players in January.
Yep.
So that could make a difference. But Bayern Munich, 6 out of 6 games won in the group stage. Coutinho is banging them in. Did you see his hat trick at the weekend? Oh mate! And then
the signature goal.
Just curled the top ends. And then the chipper, the keeper as well. Yeah. That one. And then his goal against Tottenham last week. So yeah. Coutinho he's picked up his form again. I think Bayern will bury Chelsea. Not as bad as what they done to Arsenal or Tottenham. I think Arsenal over 2 legs was 10-2 a few years ago, and in the group stage with Tottenham was 10-3.
And they beat them 7-2 one game, wasn't it?
Yeah, in London.
With Gnabry scoring 4 goals.
Yeah, so I reckon Bayern will put Chelsea away.
So many top quality players. Gnabry's been banging them in. Lewandowski's been banging them in. Coutinho, who's found a really good run of form recently.
Did you see Coman's injury?
Oh, his knee.
Oh, mate. I was watching that yesterday.
His ACL is away.
Mate, he was just running. He was all by himself. And then oh, mate. Thing is, the commentator started laughing as well. He was like Kingsley Coman. Oh, he might have hurt himself here.
Might have hurt himself here.
But Coman was sitting there like he was sitting there like that, as if he knew immediately that.
Yeah, you could tell straight away. But there's too many tendons and muscles in there that if you do them in, you're out for ages.
But he just stepped, man, and his knee
just went in the way.
Wasn't he pretty? But anyway, we're both going Bayern Munich. Next one, Napoli versus Barcelona.
I'm going to have to say Barcelona.
Yeah, Barca's having a good season.
Saying that,
Griezmann's not...
I'd say he's a flop.
6 goals, I think. It's either 4 goals, 6 assists, or 6 goals, 4 assists.
Doesn't really look interested.
It's that haircut, man. He needs a haircut.
Shocking, he looks homeless.
I know.
Looks homeless.
But yeah, the El Clasico was on the net last night.
Who won?
0-0. First goalless El Clasico since like 2002.
That's boring.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Hazard wasn't playing for Real. No, there was no Hazard, Vasquez. They still had Bale, Benzema and Kroos, Modric, all their main players. So it finished 0-0, but I think they're tied 36-36 in the league, so it's neck and neck for the first time in a couple of years because they've not really been doing well in the league. But against Napoli, they finished second. They were with Liverpool, weren't they?
I can't remember.
Yeah, they were. They were with Napoli. They came in second.
When you look at it, I was reading something that said that all the players went out. So Mertens, Insigne, and Koulibaly.
Why is that?
I don't know. They just want to leave. They went out.
I suppose. I
I
mean,
mean, they're all. What is it? Mertens is 32. Koulibaly's what, 29 or something.
Insigne's the only kind of youngish one.
But Swede's like 27, 28 as well.
So that's, I mean, you would think maybe a couple of years ago they would say they want out.
When you think about it, if they leave, where are they going to go? Maybe Koulibaly, because he's a centre back. Centre backs are kind of you're going to get a longer.
I mean, they'll probably go like maybe a couple of years in the Premier League, or maybe probably a couple of years, say with some like Mertens with Arsenal or something like that.
Yeah, you only get a good, especially with Mertens, you maybe only get a good year, 2 out of him.
Then Insigne, maybe get a few more out of him. But anyway, Napoli, Barca.
It's got to be Barca.
Got to be Barca.
Ridiculous.
Although he missed a sitter last night. But I think the defender done well. But anyway, on to the next one. Lyon versus Juventus.
I'm going to have to say Juventus for my main man, Dybala.
Your main man, Dybala? Is he the second main man?
Nah, he's the main man.
We'll go about the main man's goal. Was it at the weekend?
The weekend?
The real main man.
Oh, Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Oh. What, the one that Dybala took down? We scored 2 in that game, actually.
The header?
The header? Oh, right, the header was ridiculous.
How high he jumped.
Yeah, but the fact that when he did jump, he stayed at the same height.
I know.
For ages.
He just jumped. And he was just waiting for the ball. And then even when the ball came to him, he was on the way down and he still managed to score it. And they had the man under him.
Yeah, under him.
So he's a freak of nature.
The fact that he could have full on just jumped over that guy.
Yeah, I know.
He could have just jumped over a fully grown man.
He can definitely dunk.
Definitely dunk.
I want to see a video of that. Him 100%. Just dunking. But they're against Lyon. You've got Memphis
Depay, but then again, who else is there?
Memphis can be quite inconsistent, as most wingers can be. But
he might be leaving too. Manchester United still have that buyback clause.
Do they?
35 million.
Well, we can add to his.
So when you think of a player, he's probably worth what, maybe 60, 70 on a good day.
Aye.
And Manchester United can buy him back for 35 million.
I definitely would.
Yeah, you'd be stupid not to.
Yeah.
If it's still in place, I'm pretty sure it is.
If he's on the same contract with Lyon, how long ago was it? Like maybe 3 years ago. He signed Lyon. He didn't have the best. Was it one season he was at United?
Yeah, it was one. It didn't really take off. I don't really feel like he got much of a chance, to be fair.
Yeah.
Was it Van Gaal he was under?
Aye. Van Gaal was a bit of a clown.
Patchy season that was.
Their good game against Queen's Park Raisins.
Can't remember.
Queen's Park Raisins.
What?
Queen's Park Raisins.
Why is he raisins?
Because that's what Van Gaal said.
Was that what he said?
He said in an interview, Queen's Park Raisins.
Useless cunt.
He was unwell. He went 40 minutes without swearing.
I actually have.
But anyway, so obviously going with Juventus, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll go with Juventus as well.
Apart from Memphis, I can't really see any threats to the...
I mean, Lyon are a good athletic team.
Good side.
Yeah.
But compared to Juventus,
yeah,
I don't really see it.
Kind of see an upset there.
When you get Ronaldo, Dybala,
you just stop there, mate. Stop
that's
there.
That's it. Then they've got like 20 centre mids that they can use.
Yeah. Rabiot's... Who did Rabiot go to for PSG? Was it 2 Juventus? Yeah, I thought that.
Then they got Emre Can.
Yeah.
Rabiot, Ramsey.
Yeah, for free, Emre Can.
And Ramsey.
And Ramsey. Good bit of business there. On to the last one, the big boys, probably potentially the biggest game of it yet. Real Madrid versus Manchester City.
If VAR does its job, Manchester City will lose.
Aye. Especially if Sterling's playing.
Yeah.
Sterling's been offside by an armpit.
Lives offside.
How can you be offside by an armpit? But he actually was offside.
How's that bit?
It actually was. He was actually offside by an armpit one time.
Doesn't make sense.
Just a few weeks ago. But I think that will be the big fixture, Real Madrid versus Man City.
I reckon it's a Real win. Benzema has been on.
Yeah, Benzema's been good this season,
especially in the Champions League.
Especially in the Champions League. And City usually don't do well in the Champions League.
They've not done well in. I say that they're in the final.
In the final?
Well, they're not. Man City Tottenham. Is that not what it was?
In the final, Liverpool Tottenham.
Oh, mate, I'm happy.
Did you mean Liverpool City? No, didn't he? City Tottenham. Oh man. You alright?
No. What am I talking about?
No, the closest City got was maybe like
I'm thinking of that fucking time when they were playing City when it hit off Unity.
Aye, the quarterfinals.
That's what I meant.
I think City got to the semi-finals in like 2016, but they got beat by Real, who they're funnily enough playing. I think. I had something in my mind there, but I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, no, plus they've got young players coming as well, like Valverde.
Yeah.
He's came in, he's been playing really well for them.
And City should have young players like Phil Foden playing, but Pep refuses to play him. Especially like when they lost against United. You've got 20 minutes, you're down 2-1. If you're going to lose, you're going to lose. The fans are going to be upset. At least bring on a youngster.
Yeah.
Give him a shot.
Might change the game.
Yeah, exactly. Or
especially Phil Foden, he's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, exactly. It will just give the fans a boost anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas if you bring on Fabian Delph, like, nobody wants to see him.
He's a coffin dodger. Past it, man.
Past it? He was never on it, mate. And he had that decent season with Villa and said, I'm loyal, mate, I'm loyal. And then City said, here's some money, mate. It's like, the loyalty's out the window. He took it with 2 hands and disrespected Villa. But anyway, Madrid or Man City?
Well, I mean, if you look at Aguero out, so Aguero's out right now, isn't he? Injured. Or whatever.
I mean, it's in February, so he does have time.
Yeah, no, but Gabriel Jesus has been unreal. So I reckon he might cause some problems, but I'm still going to say Real Madrid win.
Yeah, because obviously in Champions League, in any European game, a home advantage is like crucial, especially when you've got your fans.
Yeah.
But at the Etihad, there's like next to no atmosphere. So I think,
wasteland.
I mean, Real Madrid, you've like literally every team here will create a great atmosphere at home.
Especially Dortmund.
Yeah. But Man City, their fans, I don't even know what they do.
It must be like playing games behind closed doors.
I know. So I think that's possibly why Man City hasn't really done anything in the Champions League. Because 2 seasons ago against Liverpool, when in the quarterfinals, when Trent Alexander-Arnold first made his name, he had Leroy Sané in his back pocket, and Liverpool beat City 3-0. The fans were all behind it, but then the return fixture, City came close, but if they maybe had the 60,000 fans behind them, then that could have acted as a second player, definitely. But City don't seem to have that, so yeah, I'll go for Real Madrid as well. We'll see your Real Madrid. So we disagreed on 2 of them, I think, there. So we'll see come February.
See come February.
February. Yeah?
Was I get egged?
Or drink a raw egg.
No, I can't do it.
So yeah, I think we've covered a lot today. Hunters, absolute hunters. So that is going to be the first episode done of
Football Bad Way.
You're not meant to say the name. It's a mystery. It's FMWI.
We're just not going to tell him, do no, because then they'll be like...
Alright, cool. So Football Mad Way.
What does that mean?
That was the point. They're meant to be. What does that mean? What does it mean? Yes or no? Yes
Mason,
or no?
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
So, in this case, it would be the letters. The letters, Mason.
Cup.
So, thank you, Robbie, for coming out.
Pleasure.
Being my guest, hanging as well.
Fucked, man.
So, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Smoking no cushion, told it the streets can't be round the bush, cause I got a hey, hello, yeah,